Hello, hello, welcome on our channel. I hope the sound is good, is it?
I think so. We'll see at the end, but
You sure?
fingers crossed, yeah.
Yeah, apologies. We had a bit of technical problems in our last video. Hopefully this one will be better. We've listened to No Quarter, both versions, as you know, by Led Zeppelin and Tool. Thank you so much for all the comments. There have been some recommendations to listen to their live performance from 1973. I'm not sure whether you know either how's the situation in terms of the copyright, but if that's something that is available for us to listen, then by all means we can do it. In terms of today's video, we will listen to
LAMC, and there's a hidden track in the same kind of file, which is called Maynard's Dick.
I looked up how long the song is, and it's actually quite short, so I'm really looking forward to this particular video because I will listen to another song as well. I will listen to Third Eye, the live version from the Sullivan album, so you will be able to listen to it with me.
It's not that short, isn't it? It's 11 minutes, if I'm not mistaken.
The
Both.
Third Eye.
No, the LAMC and the hidden track. I
Is
think
it not like 3 minutes?
maybe the first one, but with the...
Oh,
so I think it's
see.
around 11 minutes.
Oh, I see. That's what Google showed me, to be honest. So,
Yeah,
oh, okay.
We can't trust Google.
You know what? We'll see then how we'll go, because it seemed to be quite a lot to take on. But I also looked forward, and I had this kind of prep in my mind. We're gonna listen to 2 songs, so we'll see how we go then.
Yeah, we will.
Have you got prepared Third Eye just in case then?
I did prepare it, yeah.
Awesome, lovely. Good stuff. What we will gonna listen to after, as you know, we are at the very finish line of the Sullivan. That's something that I think we will decide after this reaction. I will go through some comments probably as well at the end, but I'm not gonna keep it any longer. Let's just do it and crack on the song. I'm using the laptop today, so hopefully I will be better prepared this time. I think it allows to a better prep in general. Cool.
Ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you for calling the Los Angeles Municipal Court. This is an automated system that can handle most inquiries. If, after using this system, your question is not answered, please stay on the line and a representative will be with you shortly. If you are calling from a touch-tone phone, please press 1. If you are calling from a cellular phone, please press 2.
I like
If
it.
you are calling from a payphone, please press 3. If you are calling from a car phone, please press 4. If you are calling from a secret spy phone, please press 5. If you are calling from a princess phone, please press 6. If you are calling from a car fax, please press 7. And if you are calling from a rotary phone, please stay on the line. Make your selection at any time. Make your selection at any time. For information in English, please press 1. For information in Spanish, please press 2. For information in Japanese, please press 3. For information in Chinese, please press 4. For information in Dutch, please press 5. For information in Latvian, please press 6. For information in French, please press 7. For information in Yiddish, please press 8. For information in Ik pay Atnay, please pay Res pay Einay. If you are responding to a notice from the city attorney's office, press 3. To check the amount due on a parking ticket, press 4. If you believe you are ticketed in error because your disabled person placard or your preferential parking permit was clearly displayed or your vehicle was disabled, press 5.
I would hang up long
For
time
all
ago.
other traffic-related matters, press 6. Please make a selection at any time. For traffic school information, press 1. For payment information, press 2. For court locations, press 3. For general ticket and warrant information, press 4. For court appearance and bail information, press 5. For traffic court appointment information, press 6. If you need to make a traffic court appointment, please press 1. Unless you have not filled out DD Form
need to make some note.
3018, in which case, please press 2. To receive a blank DD Form 3018, please come down to the Los Angeles Municipal Court Building during normal business hours. If you have filled out DD Form 3018 but have not reported to the City Attorney's Office, please press 3. If you are not receiving physical therapy but have a relative that voted no on Proposition 187 and have collected a notarized waiver from said relative and have attached said waiver in triplicate to said form, please press 4. Unless, of course, said relative is not a naturalized citizen, in which case, please press 5. If you are receiving physical
Was it
therapy
live
from a
as well?
naturalized citizen but have not voted
Yeah, I
yes
think the whole
or
cycle
no
is
on
live.
Proposition 187 and have not reported to the City Attorney
Unusual.
but have filled out Form DD 3018, press 6. Of course, you have not had your eyes tested by your local Department of Motor Vehicles in the last 6 years, in which case, press 7. If you have had your eyes tested and voted yes on Proposition 187 and have your DD Form 3018 filled out and have already reported to the City Attorney but have never been called in for jury duty, please press 8. Make your selection at any time. Make your selection at any time. The system is waiting for a touch-tone entry. The system is waiting for a touch-tone entry. There is a possibility that you have made an error in selecting your message. Please try again. The system is waiting for a touch-tone entry.
Frustrating.
There is a possibility that you have made an error in selecting your message. Please try again. I'm sorry, but we are unable to interpret your request. Please call back during normal business hours. Thank you for calling the Los Angeles Municipal Court. This is an automated system that can handle most inquiries. If, after using this system, your question is not answered, please stay on the line and a representative will be with you shortly. If you are calling from a touch-tone phone, please press 1. If you are calling from a cellular phone,
I think it's switching now to the other song.
That was interesting.
I would say frustrating, but
Yeah,
the
but I think
drums I
that was
liked
exactly the
anyway.
point.
Okay.
doesn't sound like Tool.
No, sounds like, I don't know how
I
it
really
sounds.
like it though.
Sounds like an easy.
Opens up and lets the wind slip away. He doesn't have to fear or wonder. It's just a place that feels right now. Kinda like the way you're breathing. Kinda like the way you keep looking away. Would you like to glide on? Slide a mile 6 inches at a time on Maynard's Day. Maynard's Day. Maynard's Day. There's a shyness found in reason. Apprehensive as blow the swallow away. You seem to be a bit more taken than you care for grace of sure. Kinda like the way you're breathing. Kinda like the way you keep looking away. Would you like to glide on? Slide a mile 6 inches at a time on a Maynard's Day. You on the back of the cool shed. You on the top of your forehead. Take you on the back of the cool shed. You know what I'm talking about. Maynard Day. Maynard Day. Maynard
Yeah, that's it.
That's it, yeah?
Yep.
Was it 11 minutes?
I think just about, yeah.
Oh, it flown by. Oh, that was so cool.
I don't know if it flown by. Like the first phone call, I found it frustrating because,
Yeah, I think that was the point though. I was promising myself I don't need to make any notes anymore. And I was promising I'm not gonna do it this time. But then I thought I just wanna put this on paper so I won't forget what my thoughts are during listening of this. So that was the automated message from Los Angeles Municipal Court. I wonder, is it really? Is it how the courts operate in the US?
I hope it's exaggerated.
Possibly, yeah. But when it started, I found it quite funny because, you see, the other day I attempted to contact the court in here in the United Kingdom, and I thought, oh my god, that's so similar. I spent about an hour and a half on the phone, and the line cut off after that. So I got literally nowhere, and I thought, oh my god, that's literally the same. But then when I think it asked if your eyes were tested, choose option number 8. I was like, no, that's actually slightly different. So for me, I didn't feel that it's dragging on at all. I could feel and sense the frustration, and that was the aim, to kind of get you into this frustrated mood and attitude. But for me, it was like really, really interesting to listen what this automated message is actually saying. So I was like listening carefully and trying to kind of pick up what it's actually saying and asking you to do. I found it really fascinating, to be honest.
Like I said, I found it frustrating. I kind of like the drums in the background. I think they were speeding up, like it was very simple at the beginning, and then it was speeding up a bit. Like I thought it's like progression of the song. Although can't really call it a song, can we?
Yeah, we can't call it a song, but it's really interesting artistic point, I think, and artistic feel to do it the way they did it. And exactly, frustration is the right word. I even put a note about frustration because that's exactly what I think was their aim, to kind of put you into this frustrated mood, into this kind of tense mood, feeling you feeling so tense, you just want this to stop, but it's keep going on and on and on. And even this you could hear the sound of like pressing
when he was
the
pressing,
buttons, and
I think it
even
was like
this was so frustrating that it was
Yeah.
like getting more and more tense.
yeah, you could feel that he was the person who was actually calling was very frustrated.
Yeah, that's why I was also asked whether it was actually live, because that's not something that you would expect, I'd say, from the live performance. That's really interesting.
I'm just saying that based on the whole Sullivan is supposed to be live album. We might be corrected on that. It might not be live performance. I'm
Yeah,
not sure.
I wonder, because just imagine like 10,000 or 100,000 people on the concert, and then you want to put all those people into this mood. But what was like the end goal of this song? Because of this bit, I can't call it really a song, because after they're the frustration is at the very top, and then you got this hidden track, which sounds completely different.
How did it sound to you?
It sounded cool. That's weird. I really liked it. It didn't sound like Tool. It it had this kind of a vibe of something I know, something kind of.
I think it's because it has like very popular melody, like
Yeah.
you can find in many popular songs,
Mhm.
I guess. So it was very light, wasn't it?
Yeah, I can't make up my mind as to what I think about the words, but I'm pretty sure you mentioned before we started the video that it was more of a joke. If that's the case, I don't think we need to look for something like really, really deep in the wording.
I mean, I mentioned that because just someone on internet said that, but I don't think we have to treat it as a joke. Maybe there's a hidden purpose, I don't know.
Because I have the lyrics open right now, and the Maynard's dick. That's how every longer line ends, really. So that's maybe it's like to kind of the essence and the summary of the whole concert. It's like, yeah, this is me, and that's what I'm presenting. I'm the artist, and this is who I am. I'm just trying to think of the kind of aim of including this song at the very end of the album as well. It's like the summary of all the work. But then if it's just a joke, I kind of like it. I think it fits here. I just felt it was quite nice, 'cause different and fresh in a sense, especially after this Los Angeles court bit.
Maybe it was, like you said, like building up frustration and then releasing the tension by just playing something easy or
Yeah.
light. Maybe light is a better word.
Yeah, I'm just trying to imagine if it was during the live concert, and that was the aim for this particular let's call it song to be at the very end. After you kind of carried out all these emotions and everything has been building up with you throughout listening to different songs, this thing at the end, maybe it aims to kind of release this to build up the tension, the last bits of tension till the very top, and then just release it.
I
don't
think
know.
it didn't have to be at the end of any concert. I think it's just like, I'm not sure how the album was recorded, but I would be surprised if it was like actually recording of the concert. I think it might be like couple of different parts of different concerts and put into the
Mhm.
recording. I'm not sure
I
though.
see. Yeah, because I feel like I'm missing something. I probably lack knowledge as well as to where it was put in in the real concert. I'm a bit jealous of people who could experience it or been there. But in any event, I think it's, for me, going through the Sullivan album, listening as we are doing it, I think it's a great kind of summary and putting a bit of fun to all of it at the end.
Yeah, I agree with
You can
that.
say. I'm just trying to read the words as we go. I kinda like the way you keep looking away. Would you like to glide in? Slide a mile inches at the time on my nerdstick. So the lyrics are just, they don't make a lot of sense, to be honest. So yeah, I don't think I need to look for anything more into it. It sounds a little bit like a jokey way of kind of ending the album, but there's also a lot, perhaps the kind of Maynard's or the Tool style in it. I feel this kind of keeping up with the irony at times.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, I got excited, and I didn't feel it was 11 minutes. So I'm more than happy to go through the third eye.
The whole thing was 11 minutes, not just the...
Really, honestly, I didn't realize. It's flown like that.
So you wanna do the third eye from
I think we
Sullivan?
can do. What's the timing though?
So if we do... what do you mean, like how long is the Sullivan?
No, how long we've been recording?
24, 25 minutes.
That's not that long, is it?
It's
We had
actually
longer
less
video.
because we have to... Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I don't know. If you're feeling okay with this, I think I would really like to
Yeah.
give the third eye another go.
Yeah.
Live version this time.
Okay.
So
I got it prepared, so
Yeah.
whenever you're ready.
awesome. I hope you don't mind.
Ready?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Think for yourself. Question authority. Think for yourself. Question authority. Throughout human history, as our species has faced the frightening, terrorizing fact that we do not know who we are or where we're going in this ocean of chaos, it has been the authorities, the political, the religious, the educational authorities who attempted to comfort us by giving us order, rules, regulations, forming in our minds their view of reality.
Billy Hicks, isn't it?
To think for yourself, you must question authority
I'm not sure.
and learn
I
how
don't think
to
so, actually.
put yourself in a state of vulnerable, open-mindedness, chaotic, confused vulnerability to inform yourself. Think for yourself, question authority, think for yourself, question authority.
It's not Higgs' voice.
Doesn't sound like
Yourself, question
more like
authority.
Trump.
Think for yourself. For yourself.
my favorite.
I missed you so much. Came out to watch you play. Why are you running away? Came out to watch you play. Why are you running? Shrouding all the ground around me. Is this all
Nice
you
change.
call me? Black is older than a memory. Blue is our new second sun. I stick my hand into the shadow. Pull the pieces from the sand. Try attempt to reassemble. So just joy might have been. I do not recognize the vessel. But the eyes seem so familiar. Like phosphorescent desert buttons. Singing one familiar song.
Beautiful.
definition.
Did your third eye open?
I think so. I mean,
That was so good. Honestly, I'm so glad we did this.
it takes you to a different place for sure, doesn't it?
It does, but you know what? I absolutely loved this version. I
More,
definitely didn't have
you mean more than the studio version?
yeah. I do remember that I was surprisingly not that impressed with the studio version, and I know that quite a few people didn't like the reaction itself as well. They told I've seen in the comments that we didn't really like got into it, that I couldn't really like feel the song, and I think that was right, because that this was something else. And I've during the listening, because I have a few cards opened, I have one with our previous reaction. I just wanted to double check something, because I remember back then I didn't really get into the intro, which was made by Bill Hicks. There have been some comments, I don't want to go back to it really, but
I think, isn't intro here different in live version?
it is.
Yeah.
It is different, and it didn't sound like Bill Hicks, but I'm pretty sure that's what Bill Hicks, part of the things he was saying at the beginning in the studio version. For me, at times, just the sound of the voice sounded a little bit like Donald Trump at times. I hope you're not gonna get
It didn't sound like that
mad,
to me,
because
to be honest.
literally at times it had this vibe, honestly, but it was completely different. My point is that we've listened to the Negative Ions before listening to the studio version of Third Eye,
Yeah.
and I'm like 99% sure now that that's what affected my whole experience of the studio version, because
Okay.
this, like, the way I felt this song was like so different. It was like whole new level.
Okay, but I think there are some differences in the versions itself.
There must be, because
there are some differences.
yeah, because I don't think I could like be really I felt like really into the very intro made by Bill Hicks in the studio version back then. But in here, the intro, regardless of whether it was the Bill Hicks speaking or no, I just really enjoyed it, and I really like it. Like the whole song from the very beginning, I think it matched and it fit here perfectly. I also have a feeling that musically it was better. It was more deeper. The guitar was like really nice at times, something I didn't hear in the studio version. What do you think?
I don't know exactly, because I listened to the studio version myself many
Mhm.
times, and on different headphones, on different
Mhm.
setup, and I think technically the music, the production, the mastering of the version of the studio version is as good, or if not better than the live one, for me.
Oh, really? That's interesting. Because you see, probably I haven't listened the studio version enough.
Possibly, yeah.
That
And
may be also another.
You might have,
thing.
like you said, a different mood because of the previous song, and there's so many things. Like, you just have to listen to it more.
Yeah.
That's the solution.
But that's quite surprising as well, that I really, really enjoyed it, and I have this different feeling that I remember I had after Third Eye, the studio version. So honestly, I think it may have something to do with the Negative Ions and the way the Negative Ions put me, the state I've been when I started listening the Third Eye. So maybe that's what kind of affected my perception negatively back then. Because honestly, like now, I literally, and the scream was, even the scream, I felt like the Maynard's voice was better, was amazing.
With that, I agree. I think the vocals in live are more alive. I prefer them.
Yeah. And every time you've been closing your eyes, and when you've been hearing also like the background, the screams from the audience, I think that's also something that kind of puts up the mood a bit.
For
That
sure.
was like really, really good. Like you could almost, as if you feel that you are there. So I really had like a great impression of this song now, to be honest.
And at the same time, like, the quality is still very good. Like, the sound wasn't
Mhm.
blurry. It's really well made, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, it was amazing. So honestly, after my first listen, I don't want to go too harsh. I don't want you to, to like get angry, especially those that, because I know there's quite a few of you that absolutely love the Third Eye, and I really, really enjoyed this version. But I think when we've been putting up the video of Third Eye, the studio one, that when I've listened to the first time, I've been obviously listening it a few more times than during putting up the video together, and I didn't think that will be one of my favorite songs that I will that easily come back to, because obviously I have such a palette of different songs that I know by Tool right now, so that wouldn't probably be my my first choice.
I see what you mean, yeah.
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I wouldn't, like, it's really one of my favorites, but I understand what you mean. Like,
Yeah.
I have other Tool great songs that are not like my first choice, but so yeah, I completely get it.
Yeah, so to be honest, I would back then probably put it somewhere at the end of the scale of the choice from the out of choices. But when we've been kind of putting up the video, obviously we've listened to the Negative Ions a few more times as well.
Yeah,
it was kind of even at times painful to the ears, if you remember. I mean, that was also this technique that meant to be there in this way. But the only thought that I have now is that it must have affected my perception because of it in some kind of negative way, because right now I have completely different attitude and I really want to listen to it again.
we must actually compare.
That's
like,
so
on
interesting.
ourselves, like between us at home, we have to compare the studio and live and see what's the like how big of a difference it is.
Yeah, I don't think we have to go through the meaning of the Third Eye, because that wasn't the purpose of listening to it, really. We went through it in our previous videos, but
It
honestly,
was just a pleasure listening.
yeah,
this time.
and I'm really grateful you've recommended this. Thank you so much. I'm really grateful we did this, because I almost feel as if I discovered something new, or like,
I know what you mean.
your
Yeah.
whole world and your perception is just breaking now because of something that happened. Yeah, it was and I was really into it, honestly. Thank you so much. I had something prepared, actually. Yes, you know what, I've picked up a few interesting comments from our last video, which I would like to go through. I think we're gonna do a short video after this one for our Patreons. Thank you so much for your support. Within these comments, there are opinions as to the next song we should listen to. So for some of you, it may be a surprise. For the others, it may not be. But in any event, if you'd like to support us, please feel free to do so. The link will be at the bottom of the video. And for our Patreons, see you in a bit. Okay. Literally just a short video, just to go for some nice comments, because we are still struggling to pick up the next song we would like to listen to. So the first one was by Barry. I understand the desire for a break, but I think there's a pretty good shift in style between good shift in style.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah, they said that there's a good shift in style between Anima and Lateralus, kind of like going from dark to light. Might be enough of a change for you, but it's probably safer just to take a break. Maybe a Perfect Circle would be a good break instead of Pucifer as well.
So,
what are your thoughts on that?
So my thoughts are, we wanted from the beginning to do Tool from the start to the end. So I think for most of the time, we should stick by that. But some deviation from that, like one song every 4 or 5 weeks as a deviation. So like one song of Pucifer and one song of Perfect Circle in the middle of 4 or 5 Tool songs.
Okay.
I think that would be great. That's my opinion.
Cool. We have another one then from Solid State.
What do you think about about that?
I have to think of it first. I think I want to go through a few more comments and I can address what I think. I mean, I don't know, maybe it's subject to change. I like your thought. I think this comment actually tells a lot, in the sense that, there's like quite a shift in style between Anima and Lateralus. So if that's the case, we may not even need it.
I agree that there is a shift, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you will love
And
Lateralus, I'm sure.
I know that the first, my first idea when I said I need a little bit of a break was to kind of, I wouldn't say freshness, but just, to be able to look more freshly at this further development in Tool songs. But since we've listened to No Quarter, so I had the opportunity to listen to Led Zeppelin. We've listened to now something that is also completely different. So there is like this kind of feeling of freshness is kind of maintained. So I'm really not sure. Let me just go for some more comments. Thank you guys. I know what you mean, that sometimes it feels like our what you're going through, the emotions while listening to Tool's discography, but don't give in and don't change course. We appreciate our journey. No need for new artists for now. You'll appreciate your thesis at the end. Trust me. Lateralis. That was a comment made by Solid State.
I like the nickname.
So you see, there was a few more about to stick to Lateralis really and to Tool. Okay, from Josh S. Here's an idea. If you want to do a different album before jumping into Lateralis, mirror the Gnomes album by A Perfect Circle. Chronologically, that album comes next after Anima in Maynard's career and was released before Lateralis. That album has the song Judith, which you know, and honestly, the whole thing is good and worth listening to. Maynard's vocals are more front and center on that album, and his lyrics are deep and meaningful as always. The songs are shorter and follow a more standard song structure than Tool, but are still unique. Maynard has said in interviews that A Perfect Circle allowed him to express a more feminine side of himself, as opposed to Tool, in which he felt he was mostly expressing his masculine side. I think you'd enjoy giving it a listen. That's so interesting, isn't it?
It's interesting, but I would modify this just a bit, and then I would agree with that. So what would you say if we did that album, but in 1 or 2 goes? Like not song by song every week, but like a whole video about,
Yeah, that sounds good.
Maybe that's, we can, we should take all the options at the end and put it up to discussion maybe somewhere.
Write them down and then we can decide. But let me just finish what I've prepared. I have literally 2 more comments that I've chosen.
Sure.
I think they're quite good to read through. Both versions. That's a comment, by the way, by Glenn Leckie. Both versions of No Quarter are amazing. You can honestly never go wrong with a Led Zeppelin or Tool song. I really look forward to you starting Lateralis soon. The album is actually my second favorite to Anima and will blow your mind in so many aspects. I would suggest maybe after the live Third Eye video, if you decide to check out Puscifer, then maybe just do 1 song from them, since you've only done 1 from A Perfect Circle as well. My suggestion would be to do the Remedy by Puscifer, very good song, then go to Lateralis, but that's just my opinion, and as always, love the videos and keep up the great work. Oh, thank you so much.
Nice comment.
Yeah.
One thing though, you heard Remedy and you like Remedy. The Remedy.
Oh, I did, yeah?
Yes, you like that song.
How do you know I heard that?
I'm sure, because you're like, I was listening to this couple months ago probably, and you picked it up and you like it.
Oh.
It's the one with Bitches Receive Stitches.
Oh, no, yes, I do know this song. Oh. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that's it.
Oh my god, I really, really know this one. Oh, sorry. But yeah, it's a good song.
Really good, yeah.
The last comment is literally
but
just...
Puscifer has just released new album couple days or weeks, or maybe a week ago. I already went through that.
Oh my god, there's so much stuff that we can look into.
Yeah.
It's so exciting. Honestly, I have last comment from Sean K. It's just a little bit of appreciation, really, and I think it's a really good comment that expressed the opinion about our previous video. So I just like this comment, and I wanted to read it out loud. So let's start it. Tool's version is a metaphysical meditation of an already incredible song. I love both Led Zeppelin and Tool and appreciate both these versions exist. Playing the audio in another tab worked perfectly. Regarding ignorance, we are still all in this state. Learning is lifelong, and each of us has a personal story augmented by the experiences we gather. I am glad to be the one on this journey with you for a time. For the snow falls hard, and don't you know, the winds of Thor are blowing cold. So I thought that's like perfect summary, and I really like the the bit about the lifelong learning. So
Yeah.
thank you so much for this, and I think that's a good comment to kind of finish off the video.
Yeah, I like that comment again. Thank you, Sean. And yeah, so we're finishing this,
And see you next week.
I think, and we will decide where it goes, where this video
Yeah.
goes.
Yeah.
And we are just about 55, 56 minutes on. So
Oh, nice.